What is the most famous form of hypnosis?
I don't know.
Clockwork. What do clocks do? Tick tock, tick tock. They said your phone is a distraction, right?
Yeah.
What's hypnotizing you when you're on your phone? Tick tock,
Oh.
tick tock. And these damn tic tackers don't even know about it. They breath stink the whole time, but that's why they need a tic tac. They already think we're animals. What is a tack spelled backwards? T-A-C. What is tack spelled backwards? T-A-C. They think we're animals. Alligator.
Wow.
What's alligator spelled forwards? Cat. Tick
What?
tock. Dogs talking. People talking with their breath stink. Talk, tick. Tick, tack. Get intact.
Oh my god. You made a song just for TikTok?
Yeah, you can come and watch me drink my morning coffee.
We're not offended, you're just wrong. You can't call us colonisers because we come from a country that had colonies. If my dad was locked up for burglary, would you call me a burglar? No, you wouldn't. Also, if you are going to call us colonisers, you need to look at the other empires that had colonies. For example, the Japanese Empire or the Ottoman Empire, which was one of the most brutal colonial powers to have ever existed. But would you call Turkish people colonisers or Japanese people colonisers? I don't think you would. I've never heard you do it. My ancestry is Swedish. Do you know how many colonies we had that lasted any decent amount of time? 1. That's less than the Japanese Empire had. Yet you'll call me a coloniser purely because of the colour of my skin, but you wouldn't call a Japanese person a coloniser. Why? Because they're not white? Ridiculous.
The real reason why so many black people is woke and they're tapped in with the divine energy. And bro, when I say woke, you have to keep in mind, I do not give a care about any world knowledge at this point. I mean, if you are tapped in with the one and only God, the divine energy, the everything. The real reason why that is because the reason why their skin is dark, they are neuromelanated, not melanin, neuromelanin. They're very carbonated. If black people and Hispanic people, Hispanic descent and African American descent, or that's what they call it now, African American, they call it. But anyway, those are the most natural to this Earth, planet Kai. Tara, we are in the 5D now. It's called Tara. We are in Tara now. So anyway, that is why there's so many woke black people on a conscious level, because they can actually tap in with this divine energy easier. A lot of people think like, you know, Planet Kai had a lot to do with other things. I personally think it was created, it had a lot to do with the sun. Hence why everything is carbonated on Earth. The trees, nature, it's all dark, very carbonated. The yummy fruits and stuff, it's very rich in color. But anyway, that's a different video. Cool topic though. But that's why there's so many woke black people. Because the neuromelanin flows within them. That is why their skin is dark. Neuromelanin flows within everything, the nature, like, you know what I'm saying, energy itself. So that is why there's so many woke black people on a conscious level. But another topic, this frequency shift that happened, that is, we are at the very, very tippity-toppity peak of it. This frequency shift that is happening, this doesn't happen. This is the only planet that this ever has happened to. All eyes are on us. All eyes are on Planet Kai right now. There's extraterrestrial warfare going on right now, but it's on too high of a frequency, which is why the ordinary human cannot see it. They can't see that high of a frequency. It's not possible for them to see with their two human eyes. Like I always say, they only see 1% of the 100% of the electromagnetic spectrum. That is the everything. That is the divine energy. I believe the only 2 ways that you can be white here on planet Earth is if you're a hybrid. The Draconians created, I would say, over 98% of the lightly skinned race. Or if you carnated on here from elsewhere, man, there's extraterrestrial warfare going on here. All eyes are on Planet Kai. This has never happened. And the reason why so many extraterrestrials are carnating on here to help raise the collective frequency is because y'all are very important. Peace and love.
I saw a TikTok where a girl said we place too much emphasis on looks and not enough on personality and intelligence. And she said as a joke that most of us who think we're hot shit probably can't even spell the word pharaoh. And she got a lot of backlash for this video. People said she was being misogynistic, and some people even said she was being racist. This one white person commented and said, "Your privilege is showing. Spelling can be difficult for disabled people and people of color." What? People of color can't spell? Am I missing something? Who do you think has been bringing home the trophy at the Scripps National Spelling Bee year after year? Bitch.
Don't fall for that, man. You know where we at. You know what time we in. You hear me? I've been sent to warn you, like I've always been. 2021 is 2012. Don't forget how many natural disasters have taken place and are still taking place as we speak. Asia's still underwater. South Africa's still being hit with snow. It's still tornadoes and tsunamis everywhere. Still volcanoes erupting everywhere. It's still sightings of UFOs. It's more UFO activity than ever before. In game. Get your generators, get your flashlights, get you some water. But most importantly, get you some knowledge yourself, because you're going to need it. This is not no time to be playing. All the shits and giggles is over with. This ain't the time for that. Either you one of us or you one of them. But the crazy thing is, even if you think you one of them, you will never be one of them. So trying to help the elites and thinking you're one of them, you will only help them get rid of us, and they're going to turn around and get rid of you, because once again, you will never be royal. You will never be in the 13 bloodlines that run this world, regardless of your race, or your sexual preference, or how much money you attain, or how much success you achieve. It's end game. This was written in the stars. The karmic debt will be repaid. You want to hang on to this matrix because it's all you know. Well, I feel sorry for you, because the matrix going down, and we going back to nature, back to peace, where everybody had abundance, not just 13 families. You know what I'm saying? We going back to being creative beings, luminous beings, that which we are. Spread the word. Y'all smash that.
Oh, absolutely. And I do believe there is something to be said about this sort of, how do I put this? Willing ignorance, right? This sort of duality between that consciousness of being aware in such manner and yet readily marginalizing that intersectionality. It's very profound. These conversations are intrinsically multifaceted, right? There are different angles to be looking at this from, and it's crucial to juxtapose that contrast within those realms of varying perspectives. And it's sort of the case where, you know, are we asking ourselves the right questions, or are we all just sort of victim to the cause itself? It's suffocating, to be quite frank. It's paralyzing. But having these conversations is extremely, extremely vital in fundamental change, and being able to sort of step back and look at this from a bird's eye view and not just a worm's eye view. And that, of course, begs the ever aching question of whose bird is this, right?
Hakuna Matone Ashe, family. Welcome to another edition of Woke Brother Felix Woke Thought. Today we will be breaking down this devilish challenge known as the Milk Crate Challenge. Some of your third eyes are in retrograde if you believe the CIA dropped these in the hood. The actual person was the Illuminati. The ancestors sent it to me via ancestral email that the Illuminati is behind the Milk Crate Challenge. Now, family, the black crates have been put together, jailed, and oh, there's a blue one. The black and blue people of the earth have been jailed together so that the oppressor can challenge themselves standing on our backs. But if you open your fourth and fifth hyperdiagnosis kundalini, you will see that anytime they get to the top and we dissipate, they will fall for the gravitate. Now, what does crate stand for? Community, renegade, attack the energy of the oppressor.
The Matrix wasn't a movie. It was a documentary. Why are you stressing? We live in a simulation. I probably shouldn't have said that so loud. The government's listening. You still believe that the Earth is round? You're a
Alright, let's do it again. I am breaking down The Matrix for you. No, not this movie, but the reality that we live in. But the movie did explain a lot that goes on in this world today. Think of this world as like a computer. There are systems that control and program us to be efficient in this world. These programs make the world go round. The laws, the systems, the everything, the jobs. In the movie The Matrix, they had these people who were called agents who cover up everything that happens that makes people wake up. So when people like me say The Matrix, we mean this people who sit around in a circle who control everything that happens around this planet. The Matrix is an understanding of being controlled. People who understand that the thoughts of people are not their own, but instead of the 6 corporations that actually run what you see. Money is not real, it's just the belief that you give it power over everything that you have to purchase in order to survive. Our food isn't even real anymore. Things we consume are killing us, literally. Time only exists because you care about it. Everybody is being distracted. Nobody is really paying attention to what's going on with the world. People who are blinded and don't see what's happening only care about what is told to them. People don't care about corruptions. People don't care about what they consume. People don't care about anything. So we call it The Matrix because it's blindsiding. To stay in the mindset that takes everything away from you to make you not human anymore, to make you a robot, to make you follow orders. So when people say the word Matrix, understand that the people who say that are seeing things from a different perspective of the way this world is. Y'all be safe.
Alright y'all, let's talk about ether real quick. There are 4 different types of ether. Okay, you got 6 ether, which is like your hybrid people, your straight-haired people. You have 7 ether, which the baby was created with like a white mom and a black dad. Because you know you get 90% of your genetics from your mom. 8 ether is the other way around. And then you have 9 ether, the God race, which is me and my so-called black people, you know what I'm saying, the cosmic family. Okay, we know that the number 9 is the number of completion. It takes 9 months for birth. 9 ether is placed in people's hair like mine. It produces the 9th symbol. There are no numbers actually higher than 9. 9 is a number whose square root is 3. 9 is symbolic to 3 dimensions. 9 ether is the combination of all existing gases of nature. Not only is our melanin cosmic, you feel me, we are stardust as well. So read this, you know what I'm saying, and it adds up to 9. 9 ether beings will who they fear. This is not even here, this is the ether. The so-called more nappier it is, the more powerful it is. So y'all grow your ether up to our melanated community, and let's get right. But y'all take care of yourself.
Have you ever wondered why melanin is black? It's simply because melanin's chemical structure won't allow any energy to leave it. It literally acts like a black hole. When light bounces off of an object, all the colors in the light are absorbed by that object, except the color of the object. This object is purple because the purple light is being reflected off of the surface, while the rest of the colors are being absorbed by the object. So something that looks purple is actually every color except purple. The reason this object is white is because all of the colors are being reflected. The reason this material is black is because it's absorbing all light from the spectrum. This is very important for you to know whether you are pale or dark, because there are other forms of light that we cannot see, such as radiation from microwaves and phones. So an over-excessive amount of radiation from newer technology can be a problem for darker skinned people, while under-absorption of good frequencies can be a problem for paler skinned people.
Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked?
I ain't no real conspiracy theorist like that, but in 1970 or something, they live streamed from the moon. They had a signal live streaming to every television from the moon. Like a guy in 1970 was on the moon with a camera and it was like, we're coming in loud and clear, like the picture's fine. Are we fucking idiots?
I started sun gazing. Sun gazing is that, like I told you, I dropped videos on why you should never sun gaze. Because if you sun gaze, you're having a spiritual awakening. Simple. That sun, bro, listen, you're gonna go vegan too. It's no, bro, listen. Top 5 benefits from sun gazing. It declassify your pineal gland, your third eye. You're gonna go vegan. You're gonna start feeling this energy that's been around you this whole entire time.
If you're a so-called black person, this video is for you. If you're not a black person, this video is still for you. It's time to learn something. Let's get it. First of all, you need to stop referring to yourself as a black person. You're not black. You are a carbonated being. You're carbon. The sun is made up of carbon. 666. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. We're black matter energy. Stardust. When you go outside at nighttime and you see the blackish bluish sky, that's melanin. This is melanin, neuromelanin. It's worth more than gold. They have lied to you about 666. They told you it was the mark of the beast. It was an evil devil number. No, that's us. I'm just here to help you remember who you are. That's it. We are literally gods and goddesses walking around on this realm right now. Before this planet fell in frequency, before everything fell in frequency, we was blue, red, and green. Literally. You're more than who your oppressors told you were. You're a non-ether being. Remember that.
Exposing our woke science teacher.
What did I do?
Look at this. Showing kids that color matters. Rainbow, trying to support the LGBT. Science, open border.
Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't want this to get took down, so y'all got to fill in the blanks. But we got to talk about these candy bars. Can somebody tell me why this candy bar has veins in it? Not only that, but it has nuts and what they call it, nougat. Now, I know this a lot of y'all favorite candy bar, but they playing a joke on you. That's why they call it Snickers. Okay, is it Almond Joy or is it All Men Joy? A chocolate bar filled with white stuff with nuts in it. Now, this could just be a coincidence because his name was Hershey. But she, I ain't gonna lie right now, y'all looking a little suspect. Now, a payday is just covered in nuts. You gotta ask yourself why they call it payday though. Probably because when you get paid, you're gonna take your little shorty out. Another one with veins in it. If this one wasn't obvious enough. Now this one, I mean, they ain't even try to hide it. I mean, goddamn. Mr. Good Bar? Why is it a Mr.?
Do whatever you do, do not drink alcohol on July 4th.
This makes so much sense because alcohol lowers your vibration. So if you're in a state of drunkenness, who knows what dimension you'll go into.
You do that on purpose, yeah. Babe, you always on my gas list. No. Got Hulu Plus, don't need no Netflix. No. Don't make me beg, I'm feeling desperate. So please don't say no.